What's going on YouTube? This is going to be my first Pokemon video, and this is Rainbow Scoop 333. So I'm going to go through the team that I used at the Virginia Regionals, and it's going to be pretty straightforward. Let you see what I used and let you see the strategy. I went 4-5 at Regionals, and this was my first time playing in a competitive Pokemon game, so I feel like I did pretty good for my first attempt. But I will say this team has been the most fun team I've ever played, and I highly suggest it to anyone who wants to have a good time just playing a team. It's done pretty well. I went 5 wins, 1 loss most recently on the ranking battles. Now I'm pretty low in the rankings, trying to build my way up, but like the team is doing really well. I'm loving the team. So without further ado, let's get into the team itself and let you see what I've got going on. So this is the first Pokemon on my team. This is Manectric. He is the Mega Evolve for the team, and the stats. Now this Pokemon actually, these are the correct stats. I did get lucky enough to get a full 31s, perfect IVs on my Manectric. So this is exactly the way I have it in game. So starting down, going down the attacks. Volt Switch, the key attack. After he Mega Evolves and sets up the first Intimidate, he can Volt Switch out, bring in another Pokemon with Intimidate. Then, Snarl covers helps cover my defense against special attackers, lowering their special attack. Thunderbolt for the stronger stat move, and Flamethrower to cover my bases on damage types. It's a strong Pokemon and always opens with this. Now, there's many things you can do with the Manectric. You can do Volt Switch shenanigans to continuously get off your Intimidate, but there's other things you can do with them as well. Just use them to hit hard. But it's definitely the star player of the party. So the second Pokemon on the team is Staraptor, and this is another key Pokemon to the team. It's part of how you can do the Volt Switch shenanigans with Manectric in its Mega form. So usually I'm opening with Staraptor and Manectric. I send both out. Staraptor doesn't intimidate. Manectric Mega Evolves, doesn't intimidate. Manectric Volt switches out, brings in a Pokemon from the party, does intimidate. And then Staraptor can immediately come in and U-turn on the first turn and get Manectric back out and have 4 stages of Intimidate already hitting the opponent, and it decimates the opponent's team if they're a physical attacker. Very few physical attacking Pokemon can come back from -4 stages of attack, and you can just keep on giving it all the way down to the -6 with ease. Now, he is a this is a jolly Staraptor, and with that base speed of 100, with the 252 EVs and speed, he goes faster than most things. Now, I did go ahead and give the Staraptor the choice band since my main use is going to be doing switching out back and forth with the Manectric. Just increase as much damage as I could. But I've also got as good attacks on him for move coverage, Steel Wing, Close Combat, and Brave Bird. And it just kills things. It's been a very good Pokemon, and I've done a lot of good with this Pokemon. So, Scrafty is the next Pokemon I have on the team. Usually I bring Scrafty out when I use my Volt Switch. So, after doing the shenanigans of the openings between Staraptor and Manectric, it's Scrafty and Manectric out there. And usually I've killed one Pokemon. I've got another Pokemon with 4 stats down in attack. So I can usually open up with Fake Out against whatever my opponent brings in. But I've got good move coverage here between Drain Punch, Crunch, and Ice Punch. So he's pretty good. Now his defenses are actually what's amazing. See, Scrafty has a base 115 in both of its defenses. So you can set up a pretty tanky Scrafty build. I went ahead and put 124 EVs in my HP and 124 in my special defense, then threw 4 in defense and 4 in speed. So When you throw that up there, I've got that base 151. I mean, not base, but I have my stat as a 151 in special defense. But then I also have a assault vest up there, which is going to give me a 50% increase to the stat, bringing up to a 226, which that's he shrugs off most attacks with that special defense stat. And then with a physical defense of 136, after something's been hit by 4 stages on their attack, he can't really take physical damage. He just sits there and takes hits, and then he can bring his health right back up with Drain Punch. Salamence is the next Pokemon on the team, and for those of you who are wondering why I didn't have a Life Orb on Staraptor, it's because my Life Orb is used here with Salamence. Now, Salamence is usually the fourth Pokemon I bring out, but the other two Pokemon on the team usually replace him if I'm playing something different. It's generally going to be Staraptor, Manectric, and Scrafty, plus one of the other three. It's, in my opinion, the strongest way to run the team. So, going through his attacks, I've got him with Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Fire Fang, giving him a strong stab move and two well-covered types on moves. Um, Now, Earthquake, there's some shenanigans that you can set up with him here. So, say if I went ahead and brought out Salamence off of the first Volt Switch instead of Scrafty, and then after the U-turn, it got back out the Manectric. Manectric turns around and does Volt Switch again, being faster than Salamence, and brings out the Staraptor again, and now Earthquake goes off. You're not taking any damage on your team, and you're hitting both your opponents off of this massive attack stat. Plus you have Life Orb, taking that Earthquake's power to a 130. It hurts, and you have just done so much damage to their attack stat that they better be a special attacker or they're not coming back from this. So this is the next Pokemon on my team. It's Gyarados, and he comes in strong. Having that attack stat of a 177 is so big, and he's got enough speed to outspeed a lot of the more tankier Pokemon, but he doesn't outspeed the Strikers until you throw on that speed boost from Dragon Dance. Now, as you can see, this is the fifth Pokemon on my team with Intimidate. And there's so much attack stage down that you can throw onto this team, especially with your ability to switch back and forth with Pokemon on the team. Like, I've had plenty of times where just hard switching was not a bad idea, because it's still throwing on another Intimidate stage. Now, his moveset having Earthquake, Waterfall, Ice Fang, just good coverage. Personally, I went with Waterfall over Aqua Tail because of the flinch chance. But I've got Ice Fang for type coverage and Earthquake, and there's enough Pokemon on the team that either fly or levitate that I can use Earthquake without it affecting me. It just works. Now he has to have the Berry, otherwise he cannot survive an electric attack coming in. But if it's physical, once again you've done so many negative attack stages, you kind of just shrug it off. So, let's go into the last Pokemon on the team. So the last Pokemon on the team is Rotom Wash. Now, I didn't use him at all during regionals. I just never saw a time when he was more appropriate than the other things that are on my team. I wish I would have used him in a couple of the battles after the fact and seeing what the Pokemon actually were. For example, I went up against a special attacking Aegislash and it just destroyed the team. But for the most part, if I would have known, I would have used it. I don't know if I would have done better off, but it's an amazing Pokemon and deserves its spot on the team. It's got Volt Switch, so you can do the shenanigans with either Staraptor or Manectric, probably Manectric. Then it's also got Omnis Wind, and that 10% chance to just up all the stats makes this Pokemon extremely tanky, especially when you throw in the fact that it has Reflect and Light Screen. So, coming in with the Levitate, it can go well when either Salamence or Gyarados is in play, since it will not get hit by the Earthquake that both of them can do. And the way I've got them set up to max out HP and max out special defense. So against those attacking teams, he's just like the next strongest defense I have against them. Though personally, I still love Scrafty over this guy as defending from special attackers. He's way up on the list, and he's also pretty tanky with having both defenses at a base 107. So, very impressive Pokemon for the team. I should probably use them more often myself, but you test them out, you check it for yourself. Well, that's my team, YouTube. I hope you enjoy. Try this team out for yourself. Leave down in the comments below what you thought of it. I wanted to go ahead and thank Pokemon Showdown for having a good application that you can use to show off teams like this. That's the app that I used for making these pictures, and it's a good app for testing teams out. So if you want, just go up there and test this team out. And it's a strong team. Hope you enjoy it. Like I said, it's a fun team to play, so just play it, try it out. And this has been my first video for Pokemon. I'm going to try to get more content up. I'm going to try to figure out how I can show off some of the verse recorded battles that I've done for this. Let you see some of the battles that I did up on Wi-Fi using this team. So, peace out, YouTube. I'll either be back later with a video showing off this team in action, or I can have another team for you. I've got quite a few things that I've been working on, so when I have something else new that I like, I'll be glad to share it with you. Enjoy, YouTube.